So, Super Smash Flash 2 is actually a fan-made Smash Bros. Project brought to you by McLeod Gaming. It takes what we love about Smash Bros. And completely flips the formula on its head while also still keeping it true to the original piece. See, at the time when this game was in development back in 2008, we haven't seen anything like this. We had the original Super Smash Flash, but it didn't play as you'd expect. It was pretty buggy, pretty laggy, and not many moveset inputs. But would you believe it was made by a guy that was, at the time, in high school? Now he has a whole production team behind this game that's still getting updates. See, what Super Smash Flash 2 does is it takes everything that we love about Smash Bros. Melee, Brawl, 64, Smash 4, and even Ultimate, and spices it up a little bit. So I thought, why not make a video where I talk about the 6 SSF2 exclusive stages that I want to see in the next Smash Bros. Or in a Smash Bros. In the future. See, the reason I wanted to pin this idea was because imagine these beautifully made stages in HD. That's all I gotta say. I think they will look much more magnificent. So without further ado, that's what I'm gonna do. And disclaimer, these are my own opinions. So if you do disagree or agree with any, or just have your own list altogether, let me know down below in the comments. I would love to read them and talk to you guys about anything and everything Smash. Without further ado, let's jump into it. At number 6, I have Dracula's Castle. See, we do already have a Dracula's Castle in Smash Ultimate, and you're probably like, but yeah, exactly. You just said it. So why do we need this one? See, the thing is, whenever I specifically thought of Dracula's Castle in Smash, if we were to ever get Simon Belmont, I thought about this one specifically. It has been used in a Brawl mod before, and all around, I think it's a slightly better looking stage. I know that what we got in Ultimate, it looks a little bit like more gloomy and depressed than this rooftop stage of Dracula's Castle with the moving platforms and everything. So that's another reason why I want it. There's a lot more going on in the stage, so it makes for a fun time. Now for number 5,
go!
Krazoa Palace. I know a lot of the stages from Star Fox that we get, it's a lot of just ships. See, and I think we need a Star Fox stage that's not on a ship. And that's where Krazoa Palace can come in. And I don't know, I didn't really expect to see much from Star Fox in SSF2 anyway, but personally I just don't know much about the series. But another stage that would be in or outside of a ship would probably not sit well, and it would just feel like the same song and dance every game. So Krazoa Palace could shake things up, and that's the stage that's going to take my number 5 spot. See, now for my number 4 spot, I'm actually surprised that King K. Rool didn't get a stage upon his entry in Ultimate, and I'm going to have to say that I want Gangplank Galleon to be the stage that represents King K. Rool. See, we need more stages that represent other Donkey Kong series, not just like the same Donkey Kong Country over and over again. And I get that King K. Rool isn't really a character that's utilized much by Nintendo or at all. I think we have new villains in the newer games that Donkey Kong goes against, but this doesn't change the fact that King K. Rool is an iconic villain. So an iconic villain needs an iconic stage, and I know we already have a pirate ship stage with Wind Waker and Toon Link, but just think about it. This one would probably be a little bit different in a sense, since you can also explore the possibility of adding maybe some of King K. Rool's crew on board as stage hazards. I'm just throwing an idea out there. But now we get to the top 3, and this is where it kind of got a little bit more difficult. See, there are many stages in SSF2 that deserve a spot. And if we could have them all in Smash, then that would be pretty cool, but that's not how it really works. So, my number 3 is going to be Clocktown from The Legend of Zelda. See, Clocktown feels more like its own stage in a sense that it's very much high above ground. You're not really taking action on the stage, more like kind of off the stage because you're high up in the air and you're just fighting on platforms, but the scenery behind it in HD I think would look fantastic in Smash. I'm just saying, Clocktown is one of the more brighter stages, so when you put that shading in HD, I think it's going to be like a beautiful, sunny stage. But also, I know that sometimes on the stage in SSF2, it rains. And they can make that a mechanic too, whether when you pick it, maybe it'll rain, maybe it'll be sunny. You don't really know. So that's going to be my number 3. Now, as for my number 2, I want Rayman in the game, so I'm also going to say Fairy Glade. See, my mock roster for the next Smash Bros. Game had Rayman on it. So what Rayman stage would I want to see the most? Fairy Glade. See, and it just all makes sense. It's probably like the only one that I truly know, but of course it's also an SSF2 like video, so I think Fairy Glade is the only Rayman stage in SSF2 right now. So seems like the best choice because it's the only choice. Now to hit number 1, and I think a lot of people could agree with me on this or could disagree with me on this, but The World That Never Was would be an amazing stage. Now this is all dependent on whether they bring back Sora or if they just can him. But if they do bring back Sora, this stage will probably look magnificent. It would look a little uncanny in HD, because I'm kind of imagining it right now. But I still think it would be one of the best stages to include in Smash, just because of some of its color, its shading, the stage layout in general. And if anything, they could probably find a way to put in some of the other Kingdom Hearts characters as maybe stage hazards or background fighters. Sorry, not background fighters, background characters, kind of just on-looking. That's really all I have to say here. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like and subscribe. There's not really much else for me to say here. SSF2 is a fantastic game. If you guys have never played, just go play it. No, seriously. I'm doing this whole thing without a script, so of course you've probably heard me stuttering and mumbling a few times. But one thing's for sure, go play this fucking game. It is awesome and it's well worth your time. Anyway, peace out.